first of all, when you open up your VS Code, if you see something like this, you want to come to open folder, which should represent your file type. Like if you are creating an HTML file, you should have a folder that present the HTML file, and probably you want to link it up with other files like CSS, JavaScript, and so on and so forth. So first of all, you come to your folder to open up folder. So I want to create a folder. You can come down to the file, you go to your open folder. So if you don't have any folder at all, don't worry, just open up your folder. So let's say I want to create my folder in my desktop. I'm going to right click and I'm going to click on my new, right? So then you click on a folder and I'm going to name this table, whatever. So I'm going to select this folder. Now something should a pane should open up for us. And now when that opens up for us, we want to create a file. This is your file icon, this is your folder icon. So obviously we want to create a file. So I'm going to create a file. I'm going to call this table.html. Is that okay? So now I want to use the emet. So I'm going to say HTML:5. That should give me the skeleton. And now I want to create a table, but definitely our table should have a title. So let's say we want to create a table of students form, a form that has been filled, just going to show student data, right? So I'm just going to call this, I'm going to give this h2, right? I'm going to call this student data form or table, right? Come on. So now first of all, when we are creating our table, we want to start by saying table, right? And then we say table row, and then we want to say table data. Right now, the first one, I want to have our first name, which is going to be first name. I don't want this to be long, so I'm just going to do first name. So I'm going to say first name. I want to call this the last name. Last name. I'm going to call this one let's say, what else do we have for a student? I'm going to say the age, right? And this one I'm going to say we call this, so this should be the gender, right? So I'm going to give this gender. Now when we are done with that, I want to create another table row, right? Oh, sorry, I just made a mistake. Now this should be table data, this should be table head. Man, so I'm going to say writing table head. So now we are in table row. See, this is going to be our data, so we are going to put table data. What do we want in our table data? The first name, let's say the first name is going to be Garrick Mole, whatever. So I want to make this Michael Steve, right? And this one will be, let's say, if I do it like this, it's not going to be correct. So let me run this and show you what I mean. So if I run this, my lifestyle. So first name more last name Michael Steve, you see, it doesn't really make sense. So now I'm going to cancel that. So instead of us having first name, so this is what we should have as our first name. Our last name should be Steve, for example. Our table data should be sorry, our age should be, let's say, 23, and our gender, obviously male. I don't know if there's any lady out there that her name is Garrick or Steve, so let's say male. I'm not trying to be gender bias. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to repeat the same thing for others. I'm going to place this here. So let's say this is going to be, let's say, Jane. Now let's say Jane Doe. Okay, that was easy. So now let me just do it for 2 or 3 more persons so that it looks more lively. So I'm going to have my table row, and I want to insert where I just copied, and I'm going to change the info. So I'm going to say Neki Young, for example. So I want to say she's 27 and she's a female. Oh, sorry, I said male. So now I'm going to create the last one. and I'm going to give this table data, and I'm going to, okay, I don't need the table data, let me just paste what I already have. So I'm going to call this Jane or Scott Bowell. Sorry, Scott. So he is a 21-year-old. So I'm going to give this email. I think our MF should be in a cap, so I'm going to change this to cap. So of course, if you remember, I said there's an easier way to change our TD to our TH, to our TD, yeah, to TD, to TH to TD. Oh God, our TH to TD, right? Now the fastest way to go about it is just Ctrl F to find now. You say TD if that don't want to change, and you click this little forward icon, then you come to your replace and say TH, and click your enter. Right now that should okay, that's going to affect just one, but I want to affect everything that is there. So we're going to look for where it says replace all, and we're going to say replace all, and that should change everything to TH, but we don't want that, obviously. So I'm just trying to tell you, if you encounter something like what I just encountered, you can of course change that. So let's run this again and see what we have. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to open live server. So the first name Gary, last name Steve, age 23, male, gender, pretty much like what we're looking for, but it's not properly styled. So we are going to create a CSS, or because I just want this to be kind of like HTML. I want to create a CSS file on its own, but I don't know, maybe I should put this right. Yeah, okay, fine. Let me just create a CSS file. So I'm going to say table.css, right? Now I want to start our table. What do we have there? We want to start our table, right? Now we want our table to have, so let's say we want our table to have so you use the curly brace whenever you are in your style. So we want our table to have a border, a width rather, so a width of 100%, so 100%, just to fill up our window. So now what else do we want? We want font family. Our font family should be Arial. I think that's the most popular font. Arial. Helvetica. If it doesn't have Arial, you can go for the Helvetica. If it doesn't, can't find Helvetica, you can go for the sans serif. Now I want to come to the table row. What one style here is that one just give a little styling, not really styling, but I want to have a line, kind of like, which of course is going to be called the border. So now I want to do that for our table row and our table data, right? So we're going to give this a border of 2px solid, and this obviously we are going to give it black. So now what else? We want to give it a width of let's say 2px2. So also want to give it a padding around it of 2px. I want to give it a color. No, I don't want to give any color. What else? Okay, let's first of all see how we are faring, what we have. So now this should change to this. Oh, sorry, come on. So before I do anything, what do you think the problem is? Yeah, I've not linked it to my HTML documents. I'm going to say style. That should be link CSS. I'm going to change the style to table, and I'm going to run that and see what we have here. So this is what we have, which isn't bad. So because I don't want to add any color or what have you to it, because I want this to be kind of strictly HTML. I'm going to just put I'm going to align the student data table to the center. So how do we go about that? So I'll come to my student data. I can just say style align center. So can go to our table, and our text has been aligned to the center. So this is pretty much how you go about. That's it for today's tutorial. Thank you for watching, guys.